21, I'm continuing to read the beginning of our catechism, or our teaching on the rules and regulations of the new Mother God Church. It's called Woman Thou Art God, and I'm going to repeat the last item I read. I'm on the 21st rule, or belief, rule and belief. 21, we believe the myth of Lucifer turning to Satan is based on males turning against Mother God and women. The hell, which did not exist previously, is the patriarchy that was created. The 1/3 of angels who followed him is that 1/3 of males agree with patriarchy, and they torture the other 2/3. All of this will be explained in detail henceforth. Right now, I'm just simply giving the first basic rules and beliefs that came to my mind in a 20-minute period of time, and I just typed it out. Of course, I've been thinking about this my whole life, but I just happened to write it on the 11th of February, 2019, and it will be added to, and it will be explained in great detail. Every one of these principles will get at least a paragraph to a page or more of explanation in detail. And of course, I will do that here. I will explain it here in these videos. So today I'm only going to read these basics. Next time I'm going to start going into details and explanations. 22. The demonic hatred of patriarchs, by creating this culture of death, wants humans to lose their faith, their souls, and go to eternal perdition outside of the grace of God. Anyone who believes and practices their way, meaning their patriarchal way, is in great danger of losing their eternal life. This will be explained. Don't get upset. I know a lot of people hearing this are going to go, what? It will be explained. I have explained it before, but I will explain it again. That's what life is. Constant repetition of the truth. Hopefully, we repeat the truth. Patriarchy and Hitler and Mussolini and many other leaders have been repeating lies, 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 lies. But no lie shall live forever. Was Hitler and Mussolini said, if we repeat these lies often enough and drum it into people's brains, they will believe these lies. But look what happened to Hitler and Mussolini. 23. Evil males cause heartless women to do their bidding. These slaves of Satan hand over children for sexual abuse in the home or in institutions such as convents, in parentheses. They give them to priests, unparentheses, and orphanages. We believe that 2/3 of males are not demonic, and they are the victims of such men. And it is important to protect these children against abuse, and these men against being sent to unjust wars. 24. It is imperative that all women get educated so they can become leaders. If they themselves cannot hope for positions of power, they should nevertheless learn all they can and transmit it to children or other women in hopes that they, especially the females, hold high positions where they can influence mankind. It's important for women to go into government, become lawyers and later judges, become those who vote policies into law, who decide where and how the tax money is spent. They must exercise their power of speech in words and actions. 25. Old women must not retire from life. They must use their leisure to set examples, to preach and teach, to guide. They should continue studying and pass on positive lessons of life to the young, especially the insights here and elsewhere. If they do not believe our teaching, then what do they believe? If they live and promote the precepts of patriarchy, they are teaching death. They are a part of a culture that comes to steal, kill, and destroy, which manifest in the wars and policies of patriarchs. If she does not believe in the statements made here, she should at least investigate the premises, test them out, and she may be shocked at what she learns. Female supremacy, for instance, is a proven fact. Male extinction is also. 26. The origin of demons is human males. Their hell on earth is patriarchy. There were few, if any, demons on earth until human males created them with their minds and hearts. 27. It is almost impossible to be happy on earth because it is invaded by patriarchy and billions of demons. They leave no stone unturned, in negatively reaching every human and most animals. It is almost impossible to escape them. They reach into the remotest dwellings on earth, seeking to control everyone to their peril. 28. The inventions of patriarchy. They are all imitations of the cultures and societies originally created by women. 29. Males turned against Mother God and women because of envy. They coveted their place, their authority, and their power. They said, as in the myth, "I will not serve." Males appropriated all the venues of females for themselves, from authority over children to religions to all high positions. 30. What males take over and dominate becomes corrupt. Religious cults turn into exploitation, abuse, and suicide. Institutions are ransacked and gutted for the personal pleasures of men. Religions become violent and aggressive. Governments take away human rights and attempt to make empires, appropriating the tax money of innocent people for indecent acts. Families, women, and children become the victims of violence, sexual abuse, and neglect. The patriarchal system does not work right. 31. It is important to note that there are good men who help our cause. Okay, I'm going to talk about my personal experience of good men. One of them is William Bond. He's the right hand of Mother God and her voice. It isn't always the body that makes one an agent or representative of Mother God, or an incarnation of Mother God, like Jesus. Being a female does not guarantee this. There are men whose minds and hearts follow this religion of love. They represent love, wisdom, and truth. Jesus Christ and Buddha were matriarchs. Other good men I know that have helped me and the cause of matriarchy, female empowerment, are Pete Lorenzo, Michael Krause. I have great men all over the world helping. I've had fewer women helping, and I have had more women actually hurt the mission and the cause. Men such as these will be invited into our temple and will be invited to take part and invited to work with us and minister with us. Again, what I have just read is only the tip of the iceberg. I wrote it in 20 minutes. Every one of these principles and rules will be explained in detail. Each one will take between a paragraph to a page or even more in explanation, and it will be put into our catechism of beliefs and rules. By the way, the Catholic Catechism was written by a female who was later sainted. I don't remember her name. I should have looked it up before I brought her up, but I saw a movie on her life. I think her name was Mary or Margaret, or maybe Margaret. She's not from the medieval days. She's from the modern era. Might even be the 1900s, as recently as that. And men wrote a lot of doctrines and theology and etc., etc. But this woman had the brains, the intelligence to sit down and write a wonderful catechism. And I'm going to use part of that catechism because it's really good. It's like, who is God? You know, God knows all, sees all, can do all things. Who am I? I am made to know, love, and serve God and to be with God forever. That's fine. We can take that right out of the catechism, written by a female Christian. There's a lot of things that women have done uh, that have been suppressed and negated. For example, you know, you look upon the Christian and Catholic Church as we all do. They are patriarchal. They are male dominated. They discriminate against women. They take away all women's rights to preach and teach, except, you know, in a lower echelon. And they make all the rules. And yet, who is it that has been appearing to the human race again and again and again and again? The Holy Virgin Mother. She's a epitome of Mother God. She has appeared, and I have it all documented on my website. Woman, thou art God. Almost, not all of them, but all the most famous apparitions of the Holy Virgin, like Our Lady of La Salette, Our Lady of Lourdes, Our Lady of Fatima, Our Lady of Mount Carmel, you know. All right, to be continued.